imagine that we are out shopping together. We're at Sephora and we have time. So we're just walking around the store. We're looking at every gondola. We're swatching, and you pick up something that I've tried. You're interested in that, but I know something that's better. That is the situation we are going to be in today. We're shopping. We want to do the Sephora Savings Event. I want to get my 20% off. And we're friends. So I'm gonna tell you, don't buy that, buy this that's better instead. We'll start off with some complexion products because I'm always looking for feedback on complexion. Tell me what's good, you know? And I bought this Freck primer. This is a Protect and Prime Serum Priming Base. So it's supposed to be like grippy, it's supposed to be like hydrating, keep your makeup on, keep the skin looking right, you know? And I was excited because I'm like, protect and prime. I love a primer that has a little skincare benefit and that's gonna make my makeup wear longer. I need my makeup to last. So if I can have a little skincare ingredient in there too, I like that. This Freck primer was good, but it does have some ingredients in there that did irritate my skin. Friend to friend, I would not buy that. I'm telling you, if you want something that's gonna grip, hydrate, and give you that skin care in your primer, Milk Hydro Grip. Milk Hydro Grip, Milk Hydro Grip. Listen, it's been around for a long time for a reason. It has like blue agave, niacinamide, hyaluronic acid. It has all these like great things that my skin loves, but it works as a primer. This is gonna grip the makeup. It's gonna be hydrating enough that I love it and it doesn't make me feel too oily with my oily skin. I have friends with dry skin that love it. It gives them that extra hydration and it does exactly what it claims to do. We're shopping. Skip this one, grab this one instead. I just emptied this out on my last vacation. I used it up, so I had to go into my backup drawer. I love YSL Beauty so much, but not this concealer. Not this concealer. I love the lip products, love the fragrance, love so much from the brand, but I won't do this concealer. First of all, listen. I know you hear that. This is a luxury concealer. I bought this last year and right away the packaging, it drove me insane. I don't think the formula of this concealer is bad. That's the thing. That's the kicker, right? The formula of this concealer is great. It's the packaging, and not only is it not luxe, it takes so many dips into the container to get product out. I love a ton of concealer. I know that. I just love concealer. I love makeup. More is more. But even if you're somebody who just likes a tiny dot of concealer, I feel that you're gonna have to keep dipping into this tube. If we're shopping together, I'm telling you, check out the Dior. You want something luxury, you want something full coverage, you want something that has that like natural skin-like matte finish. You can build it, but you want the coverage. You want the luxury experience. Check out the Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer. It's gonna cover all of your problems. You're gonna forget they existed when you look at your under eye. It's not gonna settle in weird to any wrinkles or crinkles, anything like that. It's gonna be hydrating enough without being so hydrating that it's heavy and it's settling and it's emphasizing texture and things you don't want emphasized. It's gonna last all day. It's beautiful. And the shade undertone range is so nice. We love it. Skip the YSL, go with the Dior. Makeup by Mario gets a ton of hype. It's a super popular brand at Sephora. It's supposed to be long wear. It's supposed to just like be very buildable coverage, like a nice medium buildable skin-like finish. It's a little too much. The oils in here did irritate my skin. They caused me to get some breakouts. Nobody wants that. So even though when I apply this foundation, it looks super beautiful, I can't recommend this to you. And if we're shopping together, I would actually stop you. You will much prefer the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. Now, this is not a foundation that is as glowy as the Makeup by Mario. But if you're looking at the claims of the foundation and you are looking for that skin-like finish that's not so much on the matte side, but that really is sitting into that skin-like range to where you have enough glow, but it's not overly glowy. You just look very healthy. This is long wear. This is beautiful. I have friends with dry skin who love it. I with oily skin love it. It's giving me that kind of like diffused look, like blurring, light catching type of look that I wanted with the Mario, but this Hourglass actually delivers. Beautiful, beautiful, soft glow foundation. That is the perfect name for it because that's what it does. Stay away from the Easy Bake pressed powder. This is not it. This is not the vibe. I was so excited for this powder to launch from Huda Beauty. It's the Easy Bake and Snatch powder in the shade Banana Bread. I use this so many different ways and then I was like, I give up. It sits on top of the skin. There's no way I can get this to sink into the skin, make me look airbrushed, make me look flawless, but it always looks heavy on the skin. It always looks cakey. Finds the wrinkles and crinkles and it's like, but hey, what if you were 1000? I'm gonna tell you, step away and just go with the loose powder because this, holy grail status. Same shade, Banana Bread, Easy Bake, same name. This is the loose, okay? It is going to not just mattify, but it is going to lay over my pores, sink into the skin, and make me look flawless. It's gonna lock things in. If you do not use a loose powder pressed into the skin, especially if you want to like de-emphasize your pores, you want to lock things in. If you have not used a loose powder pressed in with a sponge, a puff, something like that, listen to me, swap it up. Swap it up, thank me later. Why is my question with the Lip Injection Extreme Lip Shaper. I'm not about this. If you watched my worst products of the year 2023, you will know this lip injection lip liner is painful. 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 I really like the Too Faced lip jellies. I really like their lipsticks. They make some cool stuff, but this like lip injection line is painful for no reason. If you want a lip liner that glides on but that stays placed, because this claims to be a long wear, okay? It claims to be long wear. Get the Makeup by Mario lip liners instead, because this is supposed to be like a matte, satin matte lip liner. It's supposed to glide on, it's supposed to stay in place. Everything that this says it will do, the Mario does. And there are so many beautiful shades of the Mario that if you want to line your lips, almost like kind of lip contour to make your lips look a little more full, like what you're going for with the Too Faced, Mario has the shades, so many shades. These are the Ultra Suede Sculpting Lip Pencils. I would say my most used is this shade right here, Toasty. It's like small, you can see because I've sharpened it so much. Now this is a sharpened pencil opposed to a twist up pencil, but it's just as creamy. It glides on just as easily. And I do find that this wears really, really well on me. So if you want that, I want to line my lips. I want to make sure they look really full and nice. Maybe you even decide you want to overline a little bit. I think you're going to be able to find a shade that will give you that same effect, but you're not going to be like, because your lips burn so bad. House Labs launched these PhD Hybrid Lip Glaze lip glosses, okay? And the claim is that they're plumping with no burning. If you use them continuously, you'll have like hydrated, plumper lips, all of that. So I was very curious. And while I think this is a nice gloss, if you were looking at this, I would say this is a good gloss. I like it. Like there's nothing wrong with it, but that's it. There's nothing wrong with it. You're looking at the House Labs. I'm going to recommend you look at the Lawless Forget the Filler. I bought one of these shades. I wish I could remember the shade. I want to say Daisy Girl, but I don't think it's Daisy Girl. But I loved it and actually used up an entire lip gloss. Y'all know it takes a long time to use up a lip gloss, especially like me. I buy lip gloss like it's going out of style. I see a new lip gloss, add to cart. So I used an entire one up. I repurchased and I bought more since. Lawless is so good. They sent me their new shades. This is the shade Maple Sugar, and there's so many shades. There are minis, there are larger sizes. This gloss, it says forget the filler, lip plumping, line smoothing gloss, not because they tingle. For me, these don't plump with any stinging. What they do is they give me a glossy look, which automatically makes my lips look a little more plump. And the pigment doesn't settle into any lines in my lips. It's very smoothing in that way. It's just top notch. Lawless, they have like got the lock on lip gloss. And I love these. Like, I love this lip gloss. Whereas this one, I'm just like, yeah, it's there, it's fine. I can't say anything bad about it. Whereas this, I love. Kosas, you have the cool packaging, you have the cool vibe. You seem like you should get it, right? This is the Sun Show bronzer in the shade Escape. I truly do not even want to open this. When I first got this, I smelled it because I heard Kosas products were going bad fast. I smelled it. I didn't really notice anything odd. Like, it was fine. It was fine. Nothing remarkable, I guess. And I thought the bronzer was pretty. It had this sheen to it, very bronzed, very sun-kissed. It had this beautiful, like, luminosity to it without being overly glowy. And then one day I opened it, I felt sick to my stomach. This smells like the bathroom at a Chuck E. Cheese. Horrific. It seems to be a common issue. Run, 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 run. Unless you're using up a full bronzer in 16 weeks, look to Haus Labs. This is the Power Sculpt Velvet Bronzer. This bronzer has a beautiful glow to it, more of a skin-like glow. Maybe it's not quite as glowy or luminous as the Kosas, but I get a similar look, and I like this one much better. I've had this in my collection for a very long time now, and I don't smell it. So win. It still blends beautifully, it still applies just like when I bought it, and it's not a matte bronzer. It's not too much, it blends easily, and I still feel like I have that kind of luminous, warm bronze look. If you take nothing away from this video except this, skip this Kosas bronzer and look at the Haus Labs instead. We're shopping. We're looking at Urban Decay. The moon dust shadows are gorgeous, but it is time to step away from the Naked 3. This one I got at launch, okay? So this is years and years old, but I keep it for the memories. Very neutral, right? If you're looking today, though, in 2024, and you're looking at this palette, and you're like, oh, I really like these colors. Should I get this? Walk with me. Walk with me over to Natasha Denona, because you are going to get so much more bang for your buck. Now, if you're looking at this palette, and you were thinking, I love it because of those pinky tones. I love this little bit of purple. I like that there's light to dark in here. I like that we have a lot of shimmers. What I would tell you to get instead, the Retro palette from Natasha Denona. This looks more intense, right? And it does. It does have some more vibrant shades. Where you're gonna have to dip your brush into this pan 10 times, you're only gonna have to dip your brush into the pan 2 times with Natasha Denona. So maybe a little more expensive, but this is gonna last you even longer. You still have neutral tones in here. You still have the beautiful pinky, mauve-y type of shades, but this is just an elevated formula. If you're like, you know, I didn't really love the pinky tones of the Naked 3 from Urban Decay, I really kind of like these brown tones in here more, that's more of your vibe, get the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. Look at this. This is going to have the neutral tones that you're looking for. It's going to have the light shades. It's going to have the deep shades. It's going to have the sparkle. And it's also going to have a couple of pops of those more pinky shades. But overall, this one is more neutral leaning, whereas the retro is going to be that more pinky leaning palette. So depending on what you're looking for out of your Naked 3, that is what I would recommend to you. This is actually the palette that I'm using today, and I do really like the variety that this palette gives. But again, it's giving us a 2024 formula. It's giving us those new formulas, new textures, new ingredients, new things. And I think you will appreciate that a lot more. So I would say veer away from the Urban Decay Naked palettes. Try something new. If you liked this video, please do subscribe. Check out these videos. Don't leave. I talk about makeup constantly. I am always playing with makeup. So hang out with me, watch one of these videos. We're gonna binge watch, talk about new makeup. I can't stop. Let me know if you're shopping the Sephora Savings Event. I would love to know what you're gonna buy because I have been shopping, y'all.